Let's learn all about the Fender Jaguar, which I happen to have one right here. This is a 1998 made in Japan Fender Jaguar. It's got a lot of switches and plates, a lot of chrome. I kind of like the look of this tortoise pickguard and the sunburst finish from black to red to kind of a flamey orange. It's got the big headstock. Tuners look like that, kind of like old Klusons with the open head. This has a bone nut and new frets. And so Jaguar has two single coil pickups, and they're very bright sounding. Normally there's a real simple bridge with saddles, I believe, and the strings like to hop when you strum hard. They'll come right off because these were designed for heavy gauge strings, and if you put kind of modern lighter gauge, there's just not enough tension to keep it in place. So this is an aftermarket bridge called the Mastery Bridge. These are really kind of the top of the line for a aftermarket bridge, and it solves a lot of problems. This type of whammy bar is also found on a Jazzmaster, and it works really well. The shape is called an offset shape, and they say it's a short scale instrument, whatever that means. It's got 22 frets, which I like, so I can get up on that high D. The switching is interesting. Well, the pickups also have this metal claw surrounding them on both sides, these little teeth things. Well, I was going to say the Jaguar was invented by Leo Fender, and he intended it to take the place of the Stratocaster, as this was an upgrade in his mind, but it had medium success and later got more popular. It's probably more popular now than when it was originally produced. It's got a bolt-on neck. This is called a contour, where your rib cage fits in, and a contour for your strumming arm. The pickups are kind of unique sounding. They're really bright. Let's see if we can hear like the bridge pickup. If we take that was the neck pickup actually, sorry. Now let's do the bridge pickup. Almost fell over there. Okay, there's a switch here. When it's up, it's much more trebly. When it goes down, it sounds a little more normal. So let's do the bridge with that down. A little more bassy. Now the neck. And both of them on with that more bassy setting. And with the bass setting off. More trebly. Yeah, and the whammy works great. You can play right over the strings. You can kind of bounce it as you go, as you pick, is what I'm trying to say. So it's normally not considered a real heavy metal kind of guitar because it's got such a nice clean sound, but if you step on some fuzz pedals, it will get nasty. Let's add a fuzz face. let's add a satisfaction pedal to that. Woo! Pretty trebly. Let's add a TS9 to that. Jeez, that's pretty barky. I don't quite got those pedals set up perfect, but let's get rid of the pedals for a second. It got kind of louder. Now this pickup, or this switch here, if you go up, it takes out all of this and all that, and now you got volume and tone. I think we're just on this pickup. So it's like not filtered. So it seems to be less circuitry, it's just a straight shot of that pickup. You got a volume here and a tone here. So you could really get a big flat flubby sound, so it's not so piercing, but it just seems so rarely used. I usually have it down here with all three up, and I've done a whole bunch of albums with that setting for my band Surf Zombies. That's our second album. We've done 6 studio albums and 2 live albums using this guitar. This very guitar did many of the tracks. Not all, but quite a few. It's been really reliable. It stays in tune. It's balanced. I can play, 4-hour gig or 3 gigs in one day holding this guitar and not get too tired. And it's just got the bright sound, a nice feeling neck. It's just sort of a neutral guitar, but the pickups are a little bit, overly like bitey. So you just have to be ready to deal with the treble. Maybe take a little bit of treble out of your amp and you'll get maybe a smoother sound. But it's got some attitude, all that chrome flashing. It's pretty cool, all those buttons. When I look at it, I'm thinking, geez, that thing is cool. And so this is a made in Japan Fender Jaguar. The only thing I would do to it now is try some different pickups. I'm getting a little bit sick of these. I would like to see if there's like some Curtis Novaks or some bare knuckles like in the Johnny Marr Jaguar. So yeah, if you're looking for an interesting guitar, try some Jaguars out. See if you can find one that fits your budget and make sure the neck feels good in your hands. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.